process of waiting to be chosen and to have the career they want to have. And, that's what I love about the new the new world of entertainment. It's like, really, I mean, if you want to be an entertainer, you go on TikTok, you go on Instagram, you come up, there's so many ways to create content. You don't have to wait to be chosen. You just get out there and do it. I love seeing like granny types doing dancing, back from like the 50s or 60s, and they're on TikTok. It's entertaining,
It's amazing. It is. I mean, that's what I love about being able to do this. You don't need permission to do it. You can create your own show. It's like,
That's right.
great. It
Yeah,
makes the world so much easier.
yeah, yeah. Who needs to wait?
Exactly. I think it's, you can't be waiting. And I think that goes back to, what you said at the very beginning about you've just got to be looking at what can I control? What can I control? What can I control? And again, that applies for everything, not just this industry, for life. We get so caught up in getting in our heads and thinking about all the things that could go wrong and what we could do differently and what could happen, rather than just looking at it in that really simple framework of, okay, that's all well and good, but what can I actually control right now? That's all I need to really think about.
Yeah, that's right. The present.
Just simplifies it. So how do you keep yourself grounded? Because I can imagine, like you're saying, there's so many things going on. You've got like a lot of things you're juggling, I'm guessing. How do you stay grounded within that?
So I like to have a routine, and I feel like even when I was directing my film, I had to really structure, and it was something I had to learn. The first week I was filming, I I let everybody else kind of control my time and my schedule, and then I felt very. I actually lost my voice, and I couldn't communicate with people after day 5. And
Mm.
my friend got me a dog clicker so that I could click the dog clicker so people would know when I was trying to talk to them. And, that happens to me sometimes when I'm under severe stress and lack of sleep. So I realized when you're in a day to day environment that's going to require, 16 hours of your time per day, you can't give up your routine. That's the only way you can stay grounded. You need that me time, that special time where you connect with yourself and with God or whoever, you choose to believe in, or whatever,
Mm.
if
Mm.
it's the universe, if it's, your spirit guides or whatever. But, for me, I had to have that time in the morning. And then when I would break for lunch every day, I would, instead of, sitting and chatting, and I would go by myself and just rest and think about, you know, things that I was grateful for that happened throughout the day, and, ask for guidance to help me get through, these problems. And, those types of things help me stay grounded. Whenever I don't force that into my schedule, things get a little chaotic. It
Mm.
seems like my days are more hectic. I'm scrambling. Things don't work out. They don't stay in the flow. So for me, I have to prioritize myself, I guess is what I'm saying, and my commitment to faith and believing that things are going to be okay. And then, sometimes I call my mom,
Yeah.
Mom, how are you? Just hearing her voice. Or I'll call my kids, or, whenever I'm feeling unsteady, I reach out to people that I care about and love. And it seems to bring me back to a familiar space that will help me stay grounded. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, well, I think really, really great advice in there. All of those different things you're talking about, so important, because we can feel like we can push through, and sometimes we can for a while, but eventually you're going to crash, burn out, like we can't be sustainable with anything we're doing unless we eventually do make those rigid sort of systems around what we're doing, because it's just like, we're only human. We can only handle so much.
Exactly, exactly. And my production manager, would she would after a while, she really understood my need to have quiet time where no one was talking to me. And just, I called it
Mm.
my rest and relax.
Yeah.
The word I made up for. I like to make up words. So, she would really like guard my space. Like, no, she's not available. No, you
Mm.
can't talk to her.
Mm.
And we worked well that way together. She understood after a while that, okay, she's a nicer person and a better person when she has that rest.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.